But I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day. Drop your favorite fruit emoji in the comments if you happen to be watching the replay, and I'll come back and say hello. So hello, what is up? What is going on? So I want to talk about these AI photos that I've been posting, that others have been posting out here in these internet streets, because it's a conversation that I feel needs to be had. All right, and so I really felt led to share it. And like, I'm here on Facebook, which I don't normally go live over here, so God led me here for a reason. Hold on, let me check. It says slow connection. All right, hopefully everything's okay. If not, I'm gonna upload this recording over on YouTube, so hopefully the recording will be okay, or I'll just have to do it again. But anyway, so I want to talk about these AI photos. There's like 2 points really that I felt the Lord wanted me to share, so I'm going to share those things. And mind you, mostly what I have to say and share is coming from a perspective as a Christian woman. And so if that's not you, then maybe this doesn't pertain to you. On some levels it does, but one of the things that Pastor Reno said a long time ago that I always hold on to is that we can't expect the world to act like us. And I'm saying us as in Christians. And what I'm saying is, like, we have like this standard of righteousness and the way that we're supposed to act and do things, and then we get mad at people who are in the world who are not Christians that don't do those things. Well, they're not going to feel the conviction to do the things, because like God isn't calling them to act like us. So he's calling them closer to salvation, but they're not at that place yet, and so we can't expect them to act like us. So this particular video is really talking to Christians, and in more being even more particular, Christian women, right? And so I wanted to talk about this because if you don't know, I have opened enrollment for the first ever class of the Spirit-led coaching certification program. I'm so excited to do this program, to share it, to help other women that feel led to step into coaching, who God's been giving them the nudge, but maybe they just haven't done it yet. Other women who also want to do it in a way that invites God into the coaching session so that the Lord is leading them, and also really understanding and knowing what coaching is versus all the other things. Because I will say that as a coach, I don't just coach, and so I also mentor, I also teach, I also give a word when I feel led. And so but understanding really what coaching is, getting the coaching skills and things like that. So enrollment for that is open. If you want to learn more, go to becomeaspiritledcoach.com. That's where you can get all of the info. But I'm really excited to have that first class a whole year before I planned on launching. But anyway, so as I was launching this and promoting this, I posted a few AI pictures, and what I do when I post the pictures, like I will leave, like I typically use Gemini, Google Gemini, Nano Banana, and so I will leave the little Gemini symbol on there to let people know that it's an AI photo. But with AI still being fairly new for some people, when people post AI pictures, even with the symbol, not everyone realizes that it's an AI photo. And also I will usually put the whole photo, and I will say as much as I can, like I will, be transparent about that, and have the symbol, but sometimes it gets cut off. But anyway, you have to like actually tap the picture for it to fully expand. Then you see the little symbol on there. And so you won't always know, if you don't do that, you'll see the little AI symbol. But AI is still so new for some people that even with that, when you post a picture, they don't necessarily realize that that picture that you're posting is an AI photo. And so one of the pictures I posted, I was getting comments, you know, like, oh, you're so beautiful, you look fabulous, whatever, on the picture, and thank you for that, right? But I ended up putting a comment on the picture and just saying, you know, like, for everyone that's just really loving this picture, thank you, I love it too. But just so you know, it's an AI picture. That's why I leave the little symbol on the picture. And then I was explaining, I do that for transparency and integrity. And so I felt led to come on here and talk about this because I have talked briefly in a post about AI photos before. And so I wanted to come on here live and share this. And I see it's okay. Hopefully we're still good. But I wanted to come on here live and share this because there's a couple things I think we need to realize. Hey, Nikki, so good to see you there. Thank you so much. There's a couple things that I think we need to realize with using these AI photos, because one, I'm not against people using AI photos. Like, you want to do that? Cool, do it. I like tech. I like doing new things. I like being first to market with things. So I like trying them out. So I'm going to use them. I already have. You see me using it, right? Like, I'm not saying don't use them. But I'm saying if you're going to use them, there's two things we need to think about in regards to using AI and using AI photos as a Christian woman. And so one, first and foremost, is integrity. And so like I said, I posted that comment on the picture out of transparency and integrity, even though I have the little Gemini symbol on there, because like I said, not everybody understands that that Gemini symbol means it's an AI photo, and also not everyone's going to tap to expand the photo to see the Gemini photo there. So one, if we're going to use AI photos as Christians, we have to do it in integrity. And what I mean by that is, first off, there's these AI photos that we can put these photos out there. Hey, Rachel, we can put these photos out there, right? And some of the photos that we do with AI, like, they're so crazy, like, people know, like, it's not realistic, right? But there's other photos that we can put out there that may look like they're realistic photos. And so as a Christian, if we're going to use AI and we're going to use it, whether you're marketing or whether you're just doing it for fun or whatever, we have to be integrous and not try to portray ourselves as something we're not, and not try to portray that we're doing something we're not doing. And so again, if you want to use AI photos, you do it. I'm going to do it. It's fun. Like, do it. But I'm not going to take a photo, I'm not going to make an AI photo of me like on a yacht, making you think that I'm actually out there on a yacht. No. If I make an AI photo of me on a yacht, you're going to know, like, it's not. It's just going to be like, you know, goals or whatever. Right? That's where we start crossing the line with these things and these tools as Christians. Because like I said, this is not a message for the world. The world's going to do what the world's going to do. This is a message for us as Christians, especially Christian women, and especially Christian women that the Lord has entrusted with the kingdom business, because he has things that he wants you to do to move the kingdom forward and to help people in his kingdom. And so that's who this is for, this message. And so, again, integrity is one. And so if we're going to use AI photos, like, be transparent, right? Like, be transparent with it. Like, hey, this isn't me. AI, like on that one picture in particular, like, my upper body's bigger than it is in real life. Like, AI did that. I didn't tell it to do that. And, you know, women, you know what I mean, right? If because I see people posting pictures that, and if you want to post a picture, you know, just like with the filters, we used to have the filters before where it would put the makeup on the person so you look like you have makeup on, whatever, if you're going to do that. But if you're using AI because, well, that's getting into my second point. Anyway, integrity is the first thing I want to say. Have integrity when you're using AI in posting these photos. Post the photos, have the fun, but don't try to make it seem that you look away, that you don't look. And I'm not saying like with the makeup thing, but you know what I mean. And the second thing is, don't try to make it look like you're doing something that you're not doing. And what I mean by that is that's deception, right? Like, don't try to make it look like I'm at an event and I'm speaking at this event and there are 50 people in the crowd when really there was only 2. If there was 2, there was 2. That's the 2 God wanted to be there. Right? So we have to make sure that we're doing things in integrity. That's the first point I wanted to make. And the second thing was also, what's your heart posture? What's your heart posture? What's your motivation behind using the photo and posting this photo? And this goes into what I was about to say a minute ago. Because if you're posting pictures because AI is going to enhance you, it's going to change your face a little bit. By the way, if you're a photographer, just learn to work with AI in your photography business. You don't have to be afraid that AI is going to take away your clients in your business. In some ways, yeah, there's going to be less business, but you just need to learn how to work with it so that you're not losing anything, especially if you're in the kingdom, because we don't work on the world's economy, right? But AI, because I had my brand photo shoot, right, a couple months ago, the pictures from my brand photo shoot outdo AI's photos. And I'm not saying in a couple months AI won't look just as good. But for now, my photographer's better, is all I'm saying. And if photographers learn to work with AI, just like with any other industry, then they won't have to worry about being out of a job. Okay? And we're going to talk about that too, as far as coaching and the Spirit-led coaching certification, how to work with AI, because people can just go to AI and ask questions. People are going to AI and trying to get counseling. So, but we're going to talk about how to work with it. But anyway, so the second point, like I said, is heart posture. So if you're making these photos and you're putting photos out because you don't like the way you look, because you don't like the size of your body, and so you know you can put an AI photo out there that's going to make you look thinner, because you don't like the hair God's giving you, so you're putting an AI photo out there to make your hair look better. I don't know. I'm just making up things right now. Right? What's your heart posture and your motive behind why you're putting these pictures out? Because like I said, when I posted that photo, I was getting all these comments. You look fabulous. You look so good. You look amazing, etc. This was an AI photo based off one of my photos, but it was an AI photo. And so if my heart posture was, I don't feel good and confident about myself and who I look and how I look, so I'm posting this photo, it can really start to mess us up in our minds and our hearts and our souls and the way we feel about ourselves. And so if I was not confident in who I am and how I look right now, when I posted that photo, it would start validating something in me that I needed to be validated, which should only be validated by God and my identity in Him. Because I was getting all these comments. You look great. You look fabulous. You look amazing. But if I know I'm putting this photo out there and it's not really a realistic representation of me and who I am right now, getting those comments are not really comments for me, because they're validating that photo, not the real me. And so what that does, it starts to create this inner battle within you, to now you're getting to this place where you don't even want to show up in person around people, because everyone now thinks that this is what you look like. They're validating this, saying this is beautiful. Well, if I actually show up in person now, they might not like the real me. And so it creates this battle and this inner struggle in your mind and in your heart, if you're putting these photos out there from a place of trying to feel good about yourself. So I hope that's making sense, and I hope this is resonating, because I've seen some women posting photos for their kingdom business that I know are not a proper representation of themselves and how they look right now in the moment. And I'm not talking about enhancing things, just because even like putting on makeup, that's like enhancing, right? I'm not talking about that. Like I said, this is about heart posture. If I put a photo out there, like for instance, that running photo, I didn't tell ChatGPT to make my body look smaller and my belly looking smaller. It just did that on its own, right? But again, I had the transparency. This is an AI photo. It also made my upper body bigger. It likes to do that, right? And so if I'm putting these things out there and I'm doing it from this place of not feeling whole and not feeling beautiful as I am in myself and of myself, then when I get these comments from people, when I get people saying, you look beautiful, you look fabulous, you look amazing, it's not really me. It's AI's version of me. And so again, then that makes me feel like I'm not good enough. I'm not going to show up in person. They're going to see the real me. They're not going to really think I'm beautiful because they've been seeing this version. So those were the two things that I felt led to share, was use the photos. I'm going to use them. I like tech. I like techie things. I like playing around with techie things. And I made a whole bunch more photos. You're going to see them posted. But one, integrity. So you're going to see the little AI symbol on my photo. So you're going to know it's AI, first of all. And like I said, I'm not talking about the crazy photos that we automatically know are AI. I'm talking about the ones that look like a representation of us. Have integrity when you use them. And here's the other thing with the heart posture too. If you're using the AI photos because you don't have the money to go do a brand photo shoot, etc., then do it. But if you're using the photos because there's something within you that doesn't feel confident about how you look, that doesn't feel good about how you look, and so you're trying to use these photos to really misrepresent you, that's where you need to take that back to the Lord. That's where the heart posture and the motive is off. Right, so anyway, one, integrity. So when you're using these photos, make sure that you're not trying to show up as something you're not. And also number two, with integrity, is that you're not trying to show that you're doing something you're not actually doing. And you can like show it in the photo. Like I got one I'm going to post, like me sitting in the middle of the street, whatever. Like obviously I'm not really doing that. But I'm also letting you know this is an AI photo. So integrity, right? I'm not going to, again, like with the example, show you a photo of me on a yacht, and I'm not actually doing that. And again, I'm talking to Christians. I'm not talking to the world who's going to do what their father has them doing, right? And the second part, again, is heart posture, motive. Why are you posting the photo? What's the reason behind it? Is it because you're trying to fulfill something within yourself that you feel that you're not doing, you're not feeling? Is it because you need the validation from people? You want people to tell you you're beautiful because you don't feel it? Well, that's something that you need to go back to the Lord with. And posting those photos on online and getting those comments from people, all it's going to do is continue to make you have that disconnect, because they're not really validating you, they're validating that picture. And so that's actually going to be more harmful. So take that back to the Lord, right? So that is what I felt led to share. When we are sharing these AI photos as Christian women, be integrous. And also make sure your heart's in the right place when you post it. Because the comments are going to come. Because they're fun. They're beautiful pictures. Right? So just make sure you're doing it with integrity and that your heart is in the right place. All right? that is all. I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. If you have any questions about that Spirit-Led Coaching certification, DM me. The easiest place is over on IG, but I do check them over here as well. Hey, Jeanette. But yeah, that was all. All right. Have a blessed day, and I will see you soon.